Hello everyone, I'm Danielle with Danelle's Critters, and this beautiful ball python is Lilith. She's here to say hello and to tell you a little bit about what our plans are here. So I love teaching, and I'm excited to share my passion and my knowledge with you about all sorts of different animals. But I also wanted to give you a glimpse into my life here. It's pretty crazy with a lot of exotic pets and with the breeding programs that we were doing here with Danelle's Critters. And I know that not everybody gets to have a day where they play with animals all day. So I thought it'd be really cool to share with you guys what it's like here. That will include animal introductions. It will include actually showing you what I'm doing. Today we're going to focus mostly on animal introductions. She's really interested in that camera. So I've heard that they can actually like see the light, the infrared lights and stuff that the cameras give off, and it makes things more different for them. So she was definitely giving that a good check out. Anyway, so we have some introductions today, and I hope you enjoy coming along. I got my first exotic pet when I was 16. I actually was asked to pet sit for a baby rat. And over time, the owner decided that they didn't want the baby rat back. So she became mine, and I named her Radish because she was super tiny and she looked like a little mouse, hence Radish. I've really loved having pet rats over the years, and this one is a new one. I got her just before Christmas. Her name is Pansy, and she is a dwarf rat. So she won't get that much bigger than she is now. Rats are definitely sweet little pets, and I probably couldn't keep snakes if we couldn't do frozen thawed. So this is Speckle, and well, I've never been to New Caledonia, and I don't actually know what the gargoyle geckos look like as they're roaming the New Caledonian forests. I would imagine that Speckle would fit in pretty good. She is fairly yellow, so I would classify her as a yellow base, and she is classified as a stripe, but I think one of her parents was a reticulated, and that gives her this like broken stripe pattern. She's also a really good example of what a gargoyle gecko who's growing her tail back looks like, and she's one of our moms here at Danelle's Critters. I got her last year, and she was already gravid. She laid 5 eggs last year, and we've sold all but one of those babies. So this little one here is actually Speckle's baby from last year, the last one that we have. Most of her babies came out really bright red and orange striped, which was interesting since she's so brown and yellow. But this one is fairly pale with limited striping. It's looking like it might be a boy. It's been kind of a slow grower, so it's still here. This gecko is available if you're interested, and it is the last one from 2022. Yeah, the last year, I guess, is a little bit of a misnomer. This is the first year we bred geckos that we hatched this one. Speckle didn't produce eggs until late in the season on 2023, and this little guy actually hatched out December 18th. He is Speckle's baby and our boy Oogry Boogry. Oogry Boogry is a red and orange striped gargoyle gecko. This guy's got pretty good color for such a little one. He's not yet available, or she, because I like to wait till they get a little bigger. If I get my hand in here, you can see just how small, maybe, this little guy is. Okay, let's try that again. So this little guy is super little still, and a little crazy. This one here is actually its clutch mate and doesn't have quite as bright and bold stripes, but it might be that it's fired down, and it should gain a lot of color as it gets bigger and grows. This guy also hatched December 18th. So they're definitely little munchkins at this point. Our 2023 gecko hatching season is almost over. We're down to just these 4 eggs. And this one and this one are speckles. And we should be seeing these guys pretty soon, especially this one here. You see how it's rounded out and football shaped? That's usually a good sign it won't be very long before it hatches. All 4 of these eggs still look really good though, so we're feeling pretty hopeful. To keep track of them, I actually label who the mom is and what date the egg was found. So sometimes all the girls are in substrate, and sometimes it takes a few days to find the eggs. These dates can be off a little bit from when they were laid, but it helps me keep track of everybody. And then when they hatch out, then they're given their number so we can make sure we know who their parents are and when they hatch, and all the important information that's great to pass on to the buyer. So I found that the hardest thing about breeding animals is that you really can't keep them all. This comes to breeders, and at some point you'll have to let them go. She's being a little squirmy. And it comes to the babies. So it can be really hard to decide who to keep and who to let go. When we first got Speckle, I really fell in love with her, and I thought, this is a gargoyle gecko I'm going to have forever, even though a lot of people like the flashy red and the bright oranges, and she's just this more natural looking, blend in with the trees variety. She's quite a sweetheart though, and I love her bunches. Whoop. So if you are interested in purchasing her 2022 baby, it actually hatched out in December of 2022. So it's just over a little over a year old. Then you can find that in my Morph Market shop, or you can message me. If you want to reserve either of the 2 little babies, the bright colored one or its paler sibling, just let me know. I'd be happy to help you do that. I don't ship them out until they're 5 grams, so it will be a little while before they'll be ready to go. But they're eating good and looking a little chubby, so it shouldn't be too long. One thing I love about gargoyle geckos is a lot of the adults will chill out, and you can walk around with them on your shoulder. Some of them are a little more jumpy, but Speckle's always been a pretty chill girl. One truth is that I am terrible at naming animals. I have a really hard time doing it. I have a hard time making a commitment. Today you are introduced to Lilith, whom my husband named, and Speckle, whom my daughter named. So it's not something I'm real good at. And when other people give names, then I take them. I've named a few animals, but not very many. And we've had this one since August. This is a red albino Kenyan red African house snake, and he is gorgeous. He's also super friendly. I can't wait to interact with adult house snakes, although I'm not rushing him to get to full size. But he is beautiful, and he has no name. So one thing I thought that would be fun would be to show you guys animals that don't have a name, and then let you guys make suggestions in the comments, and then each week we'll pick out a new name for one of the nameless animals. So this fella is the first one who hopefully you guys will help name. And next week we will talk about what we chose from the comments. I'll also be posting it on Facebook and Instagram if you're interested in leaving your name suggestions there rather than here at YouTube. It should be a lot of fun. This has been our vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you loved seeing the animals as much as I loved showing them off. And I look forward to showing you off more and new stuff next week. We've got a lot of animals in this room, and we've got a lot of pets that we can share with you guys. I'm pretty excited about it. Have a wonderful week. I'll be back on Tuesday and Thursday for some educational content. See you then.